Hi there, and welcome to the Whitesboro Public Library Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us today. We were just sitting here having a discussion about the number one toy expert. That's a big job being a toy expert, isn't it? Takes a lot of work, I would think, trying out all the toys. Well, we discussed it and we didn't come up with an answer, so we went and found a book in our library that's going to help us with that. Do you know who the world's number one toy expert is? We didn't either. So we went and found the book. The world's number one toy expert. Marla Frazee is our author. Let's see what she thinks is the world's number one toy expert. Now, this is a kind of tiny, tiny book, so I'm going to hold it up close and try my best to read it. No one knows more about kids than Santa Claus. He's the world's number one toy expert. There you go. Santa Claus. I knew that. Thank you, Minka. You're welcome. Look at all these Santa Clauses. He meets a lot of kids and he listens to them. He visits with the brave ones who'll come sit in his lap, and he watches the shy ones that aren't quite brave enough to come sit in his lap. Look, this one even has a hat like Santa. Some of them are just telling him all about it, and some of them are just giving Santa a hug, like this little guy. Santa, he even has his own Santa Claus ways of getting to know kids who never have a chance to meet him. He takes lots of notes. Look at that. He uses Post-its. I love Post-its. I use a lot of Post-its. He compiles all his research. He has Post-its on him. He's a walking mound of knowledge. Oh, now this should be a difficult job, I would think. He finds the best toys in all the world. Look at that, Santa with a hula hoop, paddle ball, blowing bubbles. Wow. And he makes sure that they are fun to play with. That would be a full-time job, wouldn't it, playing with all those toys? He checks them out to see if they're sturdy or not. Oops. I had a pogo stick once. That's what that is a pogo stick. If you've not ever seen one, it's a little stick you balance and jump up and down on. I had fun on my pogo stick. I never knew Santa was on a pogo stick. Look at all that pretty wrapping paper. No one knows more about gifts than Santa Claus. After all, he is the world's number one toy expert. How does he reach all that paper way up there? That's wrapping paper, you see. I don't know how he reaches it. You'd have to be very careful. Maybe he uses his pogo stick. You know, it bounces, so you can bounce high. Let's see. And when it's almost Christmas, Santa thinks very hard about all the kids he knows so well. He thinks very hard about all the toys he's played with. He works very carefully to match each particular toy with each particular kid. He changes his mind over and over again. Look, he even works on it on a chalkboard. This is very thought-provoking work for Santa Claus. This isn't an easy job. There are a lot of us out there. And after hours and hours and hours of very hard work, he gets it all figured out. Looks like he also had a lot of hot chocolate with him as well. A lot of post-it notes. And then on Christmas Day, or Christmas morning, that is, Santa Claus goes to the exact right toy to the exact right kid 99.9% of the time. That's almost perfect. 99.9% of the time. Almost perfect. Except nobody's perfect. So maybe one of us is going to get something that we might not have wanted. But Santa Claus is pretty much perfect on getting the right toy for the right kid because he's the #1 toy expert. Well, that was an educational book as well as a fun book. Good to know because Christmas is just around the corner. Right, guys? Right. So, as we get ready for Christmas and during this oh so challenging time, you guys remember to wash your hands, be safe out there. We're not through it yet, so remember washy, 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 washy your hands. Washy your hands, have fun out there, be safe, and we will see you next week. Take care.